to you live from the Wallace Civic Center on the campus of Fitchburg State University. FATV presents coverage of Monty Tech-Fitchburg ice hockey. And tonight the Bulldogs will take on an old Coughlin Conference foe. Now a non-league game as the Bulldogs take on the Tigers of Littleton-Bromfield. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in along. I'm Daniel Bolak. Happy to have you along with us here tonight. Monty Tech-Fitchburg comes in this game with a record of 2-10, 0-3 in the CMAC A. Most recently in action a week ago, taking on the Spartans of Oakmont, where they fell 5-1 up in Ashburnham. Jackson Leader had the goal for the Bulldogs. Matt Daniels had the assist. Monty Tech-Fitchburg was another one of those learning games, outshot by a margin of 46-18 in that contest. Avery Aiken made 25 saves on 29 shots in the first 2 periods of play. Ryder Mallett played the third, played well with 16 saves on 17 shots. And that's going to be important because tonight Mallett is the only goaltender dressed for Monty Tech-Fitchburg, which means the freshman from Westminster is going to be in the frame for the 45 minutes tonight. Meanwhile, for Littleton-Bromfield, came away with a 9-0 win against Gardner in an early Saturday contest. Blake Cannon had a hat trick. Connor Glue 2 goals and 2 assists. Gavin Whirling had a goal and 2 assists. Jaden Bates had a goal and an assist. Ryan Pittarino and Justin Lefebvre each found the back of the net as well. Liam Glue had 4 assists. Teddy Matrano had 2 assists. Kale Picos and Martin Parvanov each had an assist. And Jack Prue had the 15-save shutout. Littleton-Bromfield today, 11-1 coming into tonight's contest, and are one of the best teams in Division 4. We saw earlier today St. Bernard's beat Assabet 6-3. St. Bernard's 9th, that's why I had 9 on the mind there, in Division 4. And Littleton-Bromfield is 3rd. So we're seeing 2 of the best teams in Division 4 in these 2 sides of the doubleheader. And obviously, these 2 teams in recent years, when they've played each other, even for as solid as Monty Tech-Fitchburg has been, Littleton-Bromfield has been one of those teams that have stood out across Central Mass in the last few years. And so for Monty Tech-Fitchburg, this is going to be another tough test of an opponent to face. In fact, this week's a tough one, playing both Littleton-Bromfield and St. Bernard's. It technically does get easier from there, but they're really into the teeth of the schedule, the 3rd and 9th best teams in Division 4 that the Bulldogs have to face off against tonight. So it'll be an interesting one. For Monty Tech-Fitchburg, they are led offensively by Cody Ablaza. He's got 6 points on the campaign, 4 goals and 2 assists. Jackson Leader, the defenseman, the senior captain, has 4 goals and an assist as well. For Littleton-Bromfield, a number of players standing out, but one that's really caught my eye this year is Blake Cannon, the sophomore forward, has 27 points on 18 goals and 9 assists. And he's one that's going to help lead this offensive charge after the graduations of players like Gavin Whirling, Andrew Archer, and the Glue Twins. It'll be an interesting matchup, and we hope you'll enjoy it. For now, we'll let you listen in to public address announcer Jim LaPointe with the starting lineups and the national anthems.
The student athletes involved in tonight's contest understand the importance of sportsmanship and know that it should be practiced at all times. Please help our students by showing respect to all participants and spectators at tonight's contest and cheering only in a positive manner. And now the starting lineups. For the Tigers, at right wing, number 2, Gavin Whirling. At center, number 6, Connor Glue. At left wing, number 26, Blake Cannon. Defense, number 46, Kale Picos. Defense, number 3, Liam Glue. And in goal, number 30, Jack Prue. Littleton's head coach is Kevin Lizotte, Assistants Ryan Wilson, Ray Richard, and Mike Proul. And now for the Monty Tech Bulldogs. Starting at right wing, number 16, Jordan Samet. At center, number 23, Nick Atkins. Left wing, number 17, Jackson Leader. On defense, number 9, Holden Trahan. On defense, number 2, Matt Daniels. And in goal tonight, number 32, Ryder Mallett. The head coach for the Bulldogs is Mike Colcord, assistants Noah Saracen and Jack Isabel. Tonight's officials, Brandon Phillips and Ryan James. Ladies and gentlemen, students, at this time, I'd ask you all to please stand as we honor our nation and the flag with the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Moments away from puck drop here at the Wallace Civic Center in Fitchburg. Getting ready for this battle between the Monty Tech-Fitchburg Bulldogs and the Littleton-Bromfield Tigers. Daniel Wolak here with you, Travis Falk on camera. Happy to have you along with us here tonight. As we mentioned, for Monty Tech-Fitchburg, Ryder Mallett's getting the nod. The Westminster native, the freshman. I believe this is his first start. He's made a few relief appearances this season, but I believe Avery Aiken has been charged in goal in all the games up to this point. Meanwhile, for Littleton-Bromfield, Jack Prue will be making his 5th appearance, his 4th start. And our first whistle comes 5 seconds in as the puck is sent into the Littleton-Bromfield bench. Jacob Dangle, who's been the first choice netminder for the Tigers this season, will pick that puck up and flip it back to the official, and we'll start again. Prue's played in 4 games this season. He has yet to concede a goal. He's made at least 31 saves across those 4 contests. This Littleton-Bromfield defense is quite tight. They concede just 16 shots a game, although they concede 1 right there off the stick of Jackson Leader. And Prue will be able to make the stop there. Prue's a junior, he's from Littleton. He's got 2 shutouts on the season and part of 2 combined shutouts. 1 with Jacob Dangle and 1 with the 3rd netminder on the team, Mason Ill. The Bulldogs had the first shot in the contest. Now rushing up ice are the Tigers. Blake Hannon have the shot there. That's kicked away by Mallett. Bulldogs trying to push it out of the zone, and they are able to do so. The stick from Nick Atkins able to make that work. Push back into the zone, and here's Matt Daniels. Stretch it up there. Off the stick of Stefanillo, try to find Benjiane. Near side, puck dug out for and won by the Bulldogs. Daniels backhands it into the Tiger end, where Liam Glue will try to move that along. That puck will ride over the boards and strike the old Zamboni. Ice resurfacer. Go out of play, 13:33 to go in the first, each team with a shot on target. It's interesting, in recent games they're using Jackson Leader now as a forward, as a shot from GNA right off the draw. Goes over the shoulder of Prue and wide to the left. Cody Ablaza trying to move it along, but that's knocked down all the way back to the defensive end. DDD passing, Stefanillo will flip it into the zone. Prue will knock it down with the paddle. Leave behind the net for Cale Picos. Justin Lefebvre around the boards to the left side, but we have a whistle as the net is too far ajar to continue play. Face-off will come to the right of Prue. They'll make sure the net is properly set. Borrow some of Prue's water or drink. Just squirt that in there, see if they can get the water to freeze up there and hold the net a little better. Face-off controlled by the Bulldogs as Ethan Joseph tries to pass around the left wing corner. There's a shot and a save by Prue from the left circle. Now rushing up ice. Here's Gavin Whirling into the zone. Got the pass off, and never getting the shot away was Connor Glue, and then the net came off its moorings on the other end. So set one mooring, set the other mooring, grab some of Ryder Mallett's drink, try to get that to freeze the ice. Barnard Prue's on the other, and it's only fair that Mallett needs to sacrifice some of his drink too. Liam Glue with the shot from the right point is blocked. And a turnaround pass goes to the left wing corner for Whirling, now down for Kelly Logan. Behind the net, Connor Glue. One of 5 captains on this team for Littleton-Bromfield. Around to the near side. We kept in by Hannon. Out to the right side, shot redirected on goal, and a save by Mallett. Got the left pad on that one. Great opportunity for Littleton-Bromfield, though. They're going to be putting lots of shots on, and a couple opportunities there. Mallett stands strong. This Littleton-Bromfield team is averaging 38 shots per game. They really test their opposition. Only one loss on the campaign. That came back in game number 3 against Groton Dunstable. Monty Tech-Fitchburg played that Groton Dunstable team a few weeks ago and lost 9-0. That's a bit of common opponents there. The left side, Logan. Around to the left, from the right back to the left, into Archer. Behind the net, they'll come back to Archer. He's not able to control it cleanly. Pushed out to the left point. It comes back to Logan. Tries the shot pass, can't find Austin Huber. Back for Logan at the left point, top of the circle. His shot is wide. Played off the boards and centered in front, but can't find Tiger. Taken away again by Huber. Holding on the right side boards, tries to get it to Logan, stretching out, can't keep it in the zone. The sophomore will have to retreat, 10:48 to go in the first period, no score. Petterino re-enters, gets a shot off, and Mallett is able to get that one and hold it against his body for a draw. Didn't get the chance to catch up with Monty Tech-Fitchburg head coach Mike Colcord before the game, so I didn't get the backstory on Aikens' absence. But I do know from watching the game film back of the previous game as a shot is stopped by Mallett there. Aiken played the first 2 periods, and Mallett played the third. So it could be something to that. But here is Littleton-Bromfield. Hannon with the pass for Connor Glue. Connor in the right wing corner, gets it back for Hannon. Tries to get the pass off to the left wing, but Whirling out of position. Bulldogs will just clear it down and take the icing. They'll get the line change that's permissible under Federation rules on an icing. And a face-off will come to the right of Mallett with 4:58 gone. 6 of the first 8 shots going to Littleton-Bromfield. Tigers in the road, dark blue uniforms with the white numbers, the gold trim, and the stripes. We'll go right to left in this first period. Monty Tech-Fitchburg in the home white uniforms with the crimson numbers and trim. They'll go left to right in the opening 15. Huber keeping control of it. Pass behind the net for Pittarino. Comes to him now, actually. It was Cale Picos who was behind the net in that previous exchange, and he'll have it back behind the net. Floater around to the near side, off the stick of Archer. Settling down is Evan Roberts. Put it around to the right side, but it'll be taken by Picos from there. Pittarino, splitting two defenders. Gets it back as he tries to move it across. Mallet loses his stick in a brief exchange. He's able to get it back. It's Liam Glue, throws it across to the right circle. Huber not able to get on that. Bulldogs are able to clear it down the ice. Andrew Archer will retrieve. One of many captains, comes from Lunenburg. Up the left side, penalty drawn. That will go against Monty Tech-Fitchburg. First power play of the night will go to Littleton-Bromfield with 8:43 to go in the first. Holden Trahan is going to come to the box. He's guilty of a cross-check. So we'll see the Littleton-Bromfield power play for the first time tonight. Their power play is clicking at around a 30% mark on the campaign. 8 for 27. Out at the point, shot by Liam Glue is stopped by Mallet. He's able to get on the rebound and bring a stop to play.
2-minute minor for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 6:17, first period.
So Trahan goes for the cross-check. The junior from Princeton will sit for two. That puck cleared down all the way to Jack Prue, who will go and leave it for Liam Glue. Get it for Connor Glue, now for Blake Cannon on the left side. Bulldogs get to it, get it out of the zone. Connor will pick that back up and re-enter on the right side. He gets the shot that goes just wide. Maybe Mallet got a piece. Liam tries to keep it at the left point. He's successful in doing so. Now for Blake Cannon on the right. Cannon back for Liam. Looking for a redirection on the way, but it goes off the mark. Gavin Whirling on the right side. In the circle, thrown across. Sticked away by Mallet. Liam Glue on the left point. Out to the right side, shot. Pinballs around, they score! The puck changing direction every which way. And finally on the 10th shot of the period, Littleton-Bromfield has the first strike, and Gavin Whirling will lead the handshake line. Stand as a 16th goal of the season. Getting so many chances there, only so much that Mallet could do to keep that out. Finally, it found its way into the net.
Gavin Whirling. Assist number 26, Blake Hannon. And number 3, Liam Glue.
And so Blake Cannon and Liam Glue will pick up the assists on that one. Blazin able to get out of the zone. Turnaround shot by Pittarino, stopped by Mallet. 16th goal of the year for Gavin Whirling. 19th assist of the season for Liam Glue. And for Blake Cannon, that's his 12th assist. Cannon now up to 30 points in the season, had 16 all last year as a freshman. One of the big reasons why I'd say he's one of the most notable standouts for the Tigers. Because a lot of the leading scorers are players who are not going to be here next year when they graduate. So Hannon's going to be one of those players very responsible for leading the next wave of Tigers. Icing against the Bulldogs. 6:37 to go first period. 1-0 Littleton-Bromfield in front. Draw will be controlled on the near side by Monty Tech-Fitchburg. Vinny Caraba gets it to the Littleton-Bromfield blue line, and Connor Glue is going to turn on the Jets here. Storm into the zone, try to take it all the way. Dropped off for a one-timer, and they score! Glue looked like he was going to shoot it the entire time as he took that rush. And then at the last moment, dropped it off for Blake Hannon to finish the job. 2 goals in 72 seconds for Littleton-Bromfield. They lead 2-0. This Tiger team's got a lot of speed. Here's Liam Glue on the right side. Now he wants to take it all the way, and he'll have a goal to call his own. 2 goals in 12 seconds for the Tigers. It's the defenseman Liam Glue getting his 4th goal of the season to make it 3-0.
The 7 Tiger goals for number 26, Blake Hannon. Assists to number 2, Gavin Whirling, and number 6, Connor Glue. Time of that goal was 8:40 of the first period. The 3rd Tiger goal was scored by number 3, Liam Glue, assisted by number 2, Gavin Whirling, and the time of that goal was 8:52 of the first period.
Well, Gavin Whirling already with a 3-point night. That redirected. And I think Mallett was able to get a piece of it to keep that out. Now back to the left point, looking for another tip in front. But didn't make its way all the way down to Mallett. At the right point, Liam with the wine and blast, but didn't get a whole lot on it. And the puck ends up going into the right wing corner. Huber on the right, now comes back to Hannon. Leader is able to backhand it out of the zone and down the ice. Won't go for icing, it was obtainable. And now a bit of a misplay. And Jack Prew's got to cover that one up very quickly. Face-off will come to Prew's left. With 4:55 to go in the first. Shots 13-2 in favor of Littleton-Bromfield. They lead 3-0. Failed clearing attempt there by Jaden Bates. Puck makes its way back to Prew, and he'll cover for the draw. Now right off the draw, Stefanillo with a great step up and shot. Prew is ready for that. Out of the draw now, Connor Glue. Up the ice on the right side, a drop pass, Whirling with the shot. Didn't make its way all the way through, but as it changed direction, it bound its way into the paint. Mallett had the hatches battened down. He's able to track it and cover. The freshman from Westminster has been under assault in this contest. He's already faced 14 shots in a game that's only about 10.5 minutes old. These two teams played each other twice last season. 5-1 and 9-1 were the finals in those contests. The shots on goal, not particularly close either. The combined shots in those two games, 85-32 in favor of the Tigers. Kale Picos with a shot, made its way to Mallett. He makes the save and denies any potential rebound as well. Another draw will come to Mallett's left. As we mentioned, no Avery Aiken tonight, so Mallett will be required to play the entire 45-minute game. Here's a steal, and Jackson Leader coming up on the rush. But Kale Picos able to stay with them stride for stride and shut down any shooting opportunity. But now Leader with a steal. He gets a shot, it goes over the net. The near side Huber. This pass knocked down by Leader. He wanted to find Archer, but it'll be taken by a shot by Bates, but goes wide to the right. Now trying to center into the slot, out of his reach. Now the reach of Picos as well. He'll have to go back and retrieve. Backed in the vicinity of Teddy Matrano. It was obtainable. Might have gotten a touch on it, so the icing is void. Tigers will have to skate it up from the near side. Here's Huber. Huber gains the zone. Out to Liam Glue. Quick pass. Maybe a little quick for Archer. Shot saved by Mallett. He sees the loose puck at the top of the paint, and he dives on top of that one. Mallett has been busy in this contest. I mentioned, that third period against Oakmont. Faced 17 shots in that period alone. That's redirected. And in. A redirected shot that ended up going off of Mallett's stick and then into the net. There'll be no handshake line. Littleton-Bromfield will just take their goal and move on. 4-0. Gavin Whirling on the right side. Try to center across for Hannon, out of his reach.
Number 6, Connor Glue. Assist to number 7, Kelly Logan. Time of the goal, 12:08. First period.
Kelly Logan gets the lone assist on the goal by Connor Glue. Connor joins his twin brother Liam in the score party. 4-0 to the Tigers. Team coming in third in Division 4. Monty Tech-Fitchburg, 37th coming into tonight in the division. We mentioned this is going to be a challenging week for the Bulldogs. Two very tough teams they have to play. Arguably two of the toughest teams on the schedule this season. Tied up on the red line, Giannet trying to move it along for the Bulldogs. Andrew Archer into the zone. Archer's tough angle shot will end up hitting the side of the net and go behind. And that puck will ride the top of the boards and go into the netting and out of play. 88 seconds to go in the first period. 4-0 to Littleton-Bromfield. Of course, this team a co-op between Littleton and Bromfield. Parker Charter's also involved too. But Littleton and Bromfield most prominently involved. They're the teams that have been working together for the longest. So shot off the draw will be sticked aside by Mallett. See on the shoulders, a paw print for Littleton, a Trojan for Bromfield, and a penalty for Littleton-Bromfield. Roughing will be the call against Andrew Archer. And we'll see the first power play of the night for Monty Tech-Fitchburg with 1:17 to go in the first. For Stefanillo, take the draw, just shoots it straight on Prue. And Prue is there to make the save. Now Jackson Leader with an opening shoot, scores! Power play goal for Monty Tech-Fitchburg. Jackson Leader with a shot through Prue's 5-hole. The Bulldogs are on the board. For the first time this season, there will be no shutout tonight, shared or solo for Jack Prue. A great shot by the senior captain. Jackson Leader's got his 5th of the season. And Monty Tech-Fitchburg is on the board.
The Tiger penalty was on number 8, Andrew Archer. That was a 2-minute minor for roughing. Time of that penalty was 13:43. Bulldog goal scored by number 17, Jackson Leader. Assist to number 18, Cody Ablaza. And also number 8, Chris Stefanillo. Time of the goal, 13:52.
Stefanillo and Ablaza get the assists on Leader's 5th of the season. 3rd assist of the campaign for Ablaza. So that shot punched away by Prue. The shot coming from Jackson Stubbert. And for Chris Stefanillo, also his 3rd assist of the season. That will actually tie them for the team lead. Nobody coming into this game had more than 2 assists for the Bulldogs. Monty Tech-Fitchburg has had some challenges. Only 16 goals on the season coming into tonight from their first 12 games. Around the boards to the right side, 12 seconds to go in the period. Jordan Samet. Moving along to the far side, Leader. Just touch it down into the Tiger end. And the buzzer will sound to bring an end to the first. 4 goals for Littleton-Bromfield coming in the span of less than 5 minutes. But Monty Tech-Fitchburg able to get one back on the power play from Jackson Leader, and through 15 minutes of play, the Tigers lead 4-1. So I guess if there's a lesson to be taken from this first period of play, it's don't commit penalties, because each team has made the other pay on the man advantage. For Littleton-Bromfield, it's actually just the 3rd time all season they've conceded a goal on the penalty kill. Came in today with a 93% efficiency, and my thanks to Kevin Lizotte, head coach of Littleton-Bromfield, and the coaching staff. They've always got good stats and numbers for me. Well, yeah, first period of play played out, I guess, considering what the numbers were coming in, it's kind of what you expected with Littleton-Bromfield. They've got so many players, so many scores. They don't have a huge roster either. They only have 18 players on the varsity. They are dressing 16 skaters for tonight, so you'll see a lot of, so even later in the game, you're going to be seeing a lot of those top scorers simply because there's not really much of an opportunity to not shuffle them around. They've got a number of players who can score and find the back of the net. And that's what makes this game so challenging for the Bulldogs, but they're able to get 7 shots in the first period, and they find a goal from their captain in Jackson Leader. And Littleton-Bromfield, 4 goals from 4 different players, with Gavin Whirling, Blake Hannon, Liam Glue, and Connor Glue all finding the back of the net. Many of the usual suspects for the Tigers. And we will see how this game will develop. But from 1 period of play complete, it's Monty Tech-Fitchburg 1 and Littleton-Bromfield 4. We'll take a break and we'll be back in the second soon, so don't go away. This is Monty Tech-Fitchburg Ice Hockey on FATV. Back here at the Wallace Civic Center at the campus of Fitchburg State University. Getting ready for the start of the second period between the Bulldogs of Monty Tech-Fitchburg and the Tigers of Littleton-Bromfield. Or the visitors hold a 4-1 lead. Daniel Wolak here with you, Travis Falk on camera. Happy to have you along with us here tonight. It took about 10 shots before Littleton-Bromfield was finally able to best Ryder Mallet. Gavin Whirling was able to put one home on assist from Blake Cannon and Liam Glue. Then 72 seconds after that, Blake Cannon was able to get a goal of his own, with Connor Glue and Whirling getting the assists on that. Liam Glue got a goal to call his own 12 seconds later on a Gavin Whirling assist. And then on a redirection, Connor Glue got the goal from Kelly Logan. That made it 4-0. So we start the second period already underway, and you can see Littleton-Bromfield not wasting much time. They're a team that's going to control the zone quite a lot, icing against the Bulldogs. Monty Tech-Fitchburg was able to get a goal on the man advantage. Jackson Leader on a one-timer. Chris Stefanillo and Cody Valaza got the assists. Team leading 5th goal of the season for Leader. He's been traditionally a defenseman, but now playing more of a forward role. It does feel like the way that Littleton-Bromfield plays, it's like they're not quite content to go with just direct shots on target, but they try to see if they can change the direction of the shots as it's going through. Try to get those redirections in front and really cross up the goalie. Ethan Joseph back in his own end, gets the pass on for Leader. That one behind Trahan. Will be able to get it to the red line and dump it in. Leader trying to retreat behind the net. Nick Atkins trying to get back to Leader. Will miss the mark. Here's Hannon with the burst of speed. Gets around Bean. Shot saved by Mallet. Rebound out to the right side where the Bulldogs are able to get out of danger momentarily. Liam Glue into the zone. And a shot looking for a redirect by Hannon, but he's not able to get it. And another shot from the left side. Mallet sees it all the way and makes the stop, his 15th of the night. And no rebound there. The game on Saturday for Littleton-Bromfield, they had 2 players reach the 100-point plateau in their careers, Gavin Whirling and Connor Glue. In fact, they even did it on the same goal, too. It was Whirling assisting on a goal by Connor to make it 8-0 against Gardner. That was a 9-0 win that the Tigers were able to get over the Tigers. Thrown in front by Huber, maybe looking for Pittarino to finish the job, but neither of them able to find the back of the net on that opportunity. Held at the right point, Archer can't keep it in the zone. Now the Tigers will have to tag back up. They will do so. Huber off the boards. That shot off the blocker of Mallet and into the netting and out of play. Funny part is when I read the article about Glue and Whirling both hitting the 100-point plateau, for Connor getting to 100, I was thinking, how about his brother Liam? Of course, Liam being a defenseman means slightly fewer opportunities to score. And coming to tonight, Liam Glue has 82 points. Again, really thankful for the information that Littleton-Bromfield gives me for these games. Because if not for that, I wouldn't have been able to tell you how close Liam would be. So 18 points across 8 more regular season games. Not outside the realm of possibility. And Liam does have 2 points tonight, so it's absolutely possible he could get to 100. Don't know if it's in the back of his mind or anything, but it's one of those things to keep an eye on for Littleton-Bromfield as the season goes on. Great shot by Whirling. Stopped by Mallet, goes off him and into the netting. Considering how sharp Whirling has been across his 4-year career for Littleton-Bromfield, not terribly surprised that he ultimately is a 100-point player for the Tigers. Remember, he got a hat trick against St. Bernard's back in his freshman season. Out of the zone, that'll ride the boards. On the near side, Atkins and Leader battling for it, but Liam Glue will take it. Off a stick and into the zone. Shot stick down by Mallet, and the Bulldogs ultimately feel the best option there is to just put that back on Mallet and have him cover it. Didn't like the positioning, didn't like the Tigers breathing down their backs. We'll just take the face off. Draw one by the Tigers, shot blocked, Atkins off the board, down the ice. We'll take another face-off. 11:24 to go in the second. 4-1 Littleton-Bromfield in front. Shots in this period, 6-0 in favor of the Tigers. And Ryder Mallett's been a working man tonight, already 19 saves. Still a lot more hockey to play. Tied up behind the net. Stubbert moved it along. Atkins dispossessed by Huber. Back to the blue line. Woofed on pass by Logan. Huber got it back, and now Petterino on the far side. Ryan Petterino shakes off a man, tried to feed Huber. Couldn't quite get it in a bad collision behind the net. Players going down on both sides. And a shot saved by Mallet. With Stubbert also losing his stick and all of that, he's now able to retrieve it. Puck comes right to him. He's back up on his skates. Looks like he's all right. Shot blocked in front. Comes back out to the blue line, and another shot goes over the net. Leader goes behind. Leaves it for Stubbert. Battling with his counterpart in number 3, Liam Glue. Bulldogs are able to get it out of the zone. But straight back in it goes. Here's Liam across, and a save by Mallet. But Michael Prue wasn't able to get elevation on that shot. Sophomore is looking for his first career goal. Had the opportunity there. But Mallet already has pad down to protect against the wraparound. It just mattered getting a little more elevation there. I imagine Prue will have more opportunities to come. Meanwhile, Jack will cover up there. 9:56 to go in the second. First 7 shots of this period going to Littleton-Bromfield. Draw battled for, eventually controlled by the Tigers. Here's Justin Lefebvre. No, that's Cale Picos. Sometimes with the number font 42 and 46 can cross you up. Justin Lefebvre's over here now. He's got the puck, and he'll turn it over to Evan Roberts. We dump it in behind the net. Trying to knock that down was Caraba. And now Holden Trahan with a pass on. Off the stick of Ben Giannet. Giannet is able to retrieve it. Throw it back into the zone. Bulldogs have to tag up. They'll change the lines while they have a chance. Littleton-Bromfield's able to dump it down, and with no icing on that, they'll use the opportunity as well. Cody Ablaza bring one side of the rink to the other. And now taken away by Hannon. Hannon tries to take it all the way. His shot goes behind the net. The sophomore tries to continue with that puck, but 2 Bulldogs are able to dispossess, get it out to center. Cale Pico steps up, knocks that away from Giannet. Near side, Joseph. Pass for Trahan. Out to the red line, dumped back in. Zelled by Trahan. He'll get it to Giannet. Goes off his stick and goes out of play from there. Bulldogs will finish their line change. Face-off will likely come outside of the zone in the neutral zone as a fresh piece of vulcanized rubber is retrieved. They'll put it to the near side. Outside the Tiger end, 8:28 to go, second period, 4-1 Littleton-Bromfield in front. Tigers 4 goals coming in the span of less than 5 minutes in the first period. Now in front, great opportunity for Whirling, couldn't quite get the direction on the redirect. Now Whirling back for Connor Glue, shot saved by Mallet. Able to hold that near side post. The right side, Connor Glue. Across one-timer, great save again! And a stoppage from there as the net came off, but 2 tremendous saves by Ryder Mallet. He's got 24 on the contest. He's been very busy tonight. Draw one by the Tigers. They'll rim it around the board to the right side for Hannon. Now Connor Glue trying to throw that in front. Nothing going there. Second opportunity found the stick of Dylan Grant. He's wearing the wrong colors for the Tigers. Now a bit of a rush up ice. As Roberts tried to backhand that, goes up into the corner. Roberts with another take. And the sophomore will backhand it back into the Tiger end. Littleton-Bromfield will rush up ice. Here's Liam with the moves. Knocked off the puck as he took the shot. And Mallet will just stick that aside. Around the boards to the right wing corner. Taken by Liam Glue. Turn around Archer with the moves. And another save by Mallet, stuck with him all the way. Out of the neutral zone and now back in. Archer trying to move it along. Puck loose out there. Kelly Logan stepping up in the play to try to make a move on it. But it's flipped out of the zone. Austin Huber from his own blue line. Really taken by Cody Ablaza, the freshman. Second-year varsity player. Go from blue line to blue line. Back to Stubbard at the red line, he'll dump in. The change off as he collided with the Tiger. Kelly Logan on the right. His shot is blocked. Come off the skate to Ablaza on the far side. Dug out there, Pittarino held up against the boards. Matt Daniels trying to move it along. All the way around the boards to the right point. Held in by Pico. Shot. Scores! Took a strange hop in direction, and Mallet couldn't adjust his body quickly enough. Ryan Pittarino will get the goal to make it 5-1. Mallet went down early, committed to the path of the shot, but it changed direction in a strange way and was able to sneak in the far post. And Mallet couldn't adjust his body to make the stop. So in their 14th shot of the second period, the Tigers finally break through in this frame, and now another shot is turned aside by the toe of Mallet.
Tiger fifth goal scored by number 16, Ryan Pittarino. Assist to number 8, Andrew Archer, and number 18.
So the goal coming there to Pittarino. It's his 6th of the season. There's a 2-on-1 with a shot turned aside by Mallet. Primary assist there to Andrew Archer. The secondary assist went to Raymond Luxray-Yatcht, apparently. It was given number 18, but there's no number 18 on the Littleton-Bromfield roster. I'm pretty sure they don't have a player with that number that's dressed tonight, so clearly a bit of mistaken identity. So I guess I'm going to give that to Huber.
Tigers' fifth goal scored by number 16, Ryan Pittarino. Assist to number 8, Andrew Archer, and number 24, Teddy Matrano. Time of the goal, 9:11, third period.
It's like, no, it wasn't 18, it was 24. Because those numbers are totally the same, right? Mr. Lapointe does get the reporting from the officials, which he then relays to us. That goes into the Monty Tech-Fitchburg bench. Get a stoppage with 4:14 to go in the second. 5-1 Littleton-Bromfield in front. Pittarino's 6th goal of the season. For Andrew Archer, it's his 10th assist. And for Teddy Matrano, it's his 5th. Liam Glue behind the net on the Littleton-Bromfield side. Pushing it forward for Huber. Come up on the rush. Puck just sort of gets held down at the top of the paint and nobody really able to do anything with it. Puck dies before the goal line. Becomes obtainable for Logan, so he'll have to take it. And Kelly Logan will come up with the rush on the right side. Against the boards. Bulldogs will win it, come back the other way. Here's a Blaza. Try to make the move, lost the handle on the puck. Couldn't move it along to Stefanillo or GNA following on. Come back to the Bulldog end. Now Monty Tech-Fitchburg holding on to it. Ryder Mallet moving his glove around, trying to obscure the vision of the Tiger in between there. It's kind of funny to see there. Almost like you're making funny faces to a young child. But whatever you can do to try to distract your opponent. Pittarino across, one-timer off the mark. And now another shot that's stopped by Mallet. And no further play, although it seemed like there was some stick battling there, try to get a hold of that puck. 2:32 to go in the second period. 5-1 Littleton-Bromfield in front. Shots in this period, 16-0 in favor of the Tigers. Yes, Monty Tech-Fitchburg has been stuck on 7 the entire frame. Not had a proper chance at Prue. Now the Bulldogs having trouble getting it out of the zone. That relentless pressure there by the Tigers. I'll go off a Bulldog skating out of the zone. And Cale Picos will go and retrieve. Bring it back to his own end, lose an edge. And now a mishandle, and here's a chance for Jackson Leader. Gets a backhand chance. And Jack Prue's going to be able to stick right with them for the first shot of the period for the Bulldogs. Far side of Blaza trying to turn that towards goal. That got cut down in front. Lefebvre got in the way. Atkins trying to get control in the right corner. For a Blaza, he's able to turn it towards goal, and the save made by Prue. Now up the right side, here's a rush for Martin Pravanov. They'll run out of space and lose the puck. The far side, Jordan Samet trying to move it along. Come back to the Bulldog blue line, Stubbert. Trying to make a move, but now taken away. Dropped off, whirling shot is stopped by Mallet. And some pushing and shoving after.
1 minute, last minute of play, second period.
The stoppage coming just as the clock ticks over the 14-minute mark of the second period. 59.8 exactly remaining in this frame. 17-2 are the shots in this frame. 18-2 are the shots in this frame. But 1-0 is the score in this second period. Looking for another redirection. That one goes off target. Held at the right point. Kelly Logan's shot is blocked. Bulldogs trying to come up 3-on-2. Vinny Caraba will dump it around the boards. Liam Glue holds in the right corner for Blake Hannon. Up the boards, and it comes to Whirling. Whirling had trouble settling down. He'll race the puck, 1v2. Trahan with strong positioning, dispossesses, but Kelly Logan following on is able to move the puck a little bit before it's backhanded out of the zone by Evan Roberts. 15 to go in the frame, and ticking down. Tigers looking for one more chance. Here's Hannon on the left side, trying to take it all the way. Didn't like the space, turnaround shot, nothing there. And Tigers can't get another shot in the frame. 17-7 were the shots in the first period. In the second, 18-2. But despite the lopsided affair, a great period for Mallet. Only concedes one on the onslaught. And through 30 minutes of play, it's Littleton-Bromfield leading by a score of 5-1. But obviously, the adjustments made during the first intermission, changing the style of play. And Monty Tech-Fitchburg finding it a lot more difficult to get any shots in the direction of Jack Prue. Only 2 shots on target in that frame for Monty Tech-Fitchburg. But really, I think the period was more just seeing the great saves Ryder Mallet was able to make. He made a few really good saves there. This could easily be an 8-1, 9-1 game, and mercy could be declared, but instead we'll have standard time going into the third period. A 4-goal lead for Littleton-Bromfield. They are up 5-1 through 30 minutes of play. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the third period of action soon, so don't go away. This is Monty Tech-Fitchburg Ice Hockey on FATV. Back here at the Wallace Civic Center on the campus of Fitchburg State University. 2 periods in the books between the Monty Tech-Fitchburg Bulldogs and the Littleton-Bromfield Tigers, which the Littleton-Bromfield Tigers have a 5-1 lead. Daniel Bolak here with you, Travis Falk on camera. Happy to have you along with us here tonight. After a 4-1 first period, the second period more lopsided in one department, the shot totals. Instead of 17-7 in favor of the Tigers, it was 18-2 in favor of the Tigers. But the scoring a lot closer, only 1 goal in that whole second period coming for Littleton-Bromfield off the stick of Ryan Pittarino, as Blake Hannon will get a shot that'll rise over the net. Held in at the right point. Connor Glue from the top of the right circle. A shot looking for a redirect from Gavin Whirling doesn't come. And out in front, a shot goes wide. Back to Cale Picos at the point. A shot knocked down in front. Hannon again looking for the tip, but ended up just stopping the shot entirely. Out to the right side, Giannet able to backhand it out of the zone. To the near side, Hannon re-enters. On the left side, tight angle, thinking about the wraparound. Can't get the space to work across. Liam Glue with the shot redirected, but tracking all the way and coming across to make the glove stop is Ryder Mallet. Mallet making what we believe is his first start of the season. He's made 31 saves tonight. Avery Aitken not dressed tonight, unavailable. So Mallet's gotten the call. And he's doing well in net. I mean, I imagine he's started some junior varsity games this season. After all, the Bulldogs only have 2 goaltenders to work with. Left side, backhand shot by Archer, stopped by Mallet. He'll get on top of that one and get that covered. Draw comes to Mallet's right. Out of the zone and dumped straight back in by the Tigers. It's Jackson Stubbert. Make the pass for Holden Trahan. The pass back intercepted by Austin Huber. To the right point, Kelly Logan's shot is blocked. Nick Atkins got his stick down, and then Atkins loses his stick. As that one fed out of the zone to the far side for Jackson Leader. He's got the goal for Monty Tech-Fitchburg tonight. 5 different goal scorers for the Tigers. The Blue Twins each have a goal. Blake Hannon has a goal. Gavin Worling has one, and Ryan Petterino had the goal in the second period. Jumped in for Liam Kalu, and now Petterino off the boards for Andrew Archer. He'll storm up the left side. Got the shot away, and that's patted aside by Mallet. Thrown down the ice and out of the zone. And icing against the Bulldogs. These two teams used to be foes in the Coughlin Conference, but with the creation of the Central Mass Athletic Conference and them having enough teams to really run ice hockey the way they want to, as there's some chances in front. And another goal. Ooh. Tigers able to jam away at it and put it past Mallet to make it 6-1. We'll wait confirmation from Mr. LaPointe because I've got no idea on that one. Just players jamming away at a mosh pit, and sometimes the puck comes free and sometimes it gets past the keeper. As that shot stopped by Mallet. Ends up getting him on the inside of the pad there. This save made with the actual knee.
Second goal of the night by number 6, Connor Glue. Assist to number 26, Blake Hannon. And number 46, Cale Picos. Time of the goal, 2:26, third period.
Cale Picos will add an assist to his name. It's his 5th of the season. Gavin Worling looks around. Moves it to the near side. Cody Ablaza battling in the left side boards. Chris Stefanillo. On to the far side, Hannon kept control of it. He shoots and scores! Blake Hannon gets his second of the game to make it 7-1, and mercy is declared. So many shots have come by way of redirections, jamming away at it, mosh pits, so many different ways of doing it. Haven't seen too many on the pure snipe. Well, we see the velocity and the power there for Hannon, who is now up to 20 goals on the season. And with Littleton-Bromfield now holding a 6-goal lead in the third period, the running clock is now in force.
Tigers' second goal, his second goal of the night, scored by number 26, Blake Hannon. Assist to number 6, Connor Glue. Time of the goal, 3:02, third period.
Connor Glue gets the lone assist. It's a 4-point night for Connor. Shot through a lot of traffic by Lefebvre. Cut down as Jordan Samet tries to get out of the zone, but Justin Lefebvre able to get it back, throw that in the direction of goal. Lefebvre does have a goal this season. That one ended up missing wide. Lefebvre will have it back for Cale Picos. Two players with numbers in the 40s. Littleton-Bromfield's not afraid to give numbers out in the 40s. They're the only ones on the roster this season with numbers in that range, though. Dumped into the zone by the Bulldogs. Jackson Leader trying to get to that on the left side. Looking for that Calvin Robinson as well. Tigers are able to pull it out of the zone. Trahan with pressure on him by Martin Parvanov. Now come around the boards to the far side for Kyle LeBlanc. Shot in and off the backboards and then pushed back towards Prue. He's got to cover that one up. It was Ethan Joseph who dumped it in there to cause that. We were mentioning, with the Central Mass Athletic Conference starting up this year, the merger of many smaller Central Mass leagues into one big Super League, they are able to take on sponsoring ice hockey. They've got 9 teams that play. Would have had 10 if not for St. Paul not being able to, offsides against the Tigers. We'd mentioned in the first game, St. Paul didn't have the numbers this year to field a team. It would have been 10 teams, 2 in each division, but ultimately 4 in the A, 5 in the B. So these teams used to be league opponents. Monty Tech-Fitchburg ended up in the CMAC because Monty Tech, the host team, is in the CMAC. Whereas if it was Fitchburg-Monty Tech, then they would have been in the Mid-Watch C most likely. Because after all, Fitchburg High School is a Mid-Watch school, but Monty Tech is a CMAC school. Then it comes down to the home team, basically. It's a shot turned aside by Mallet through some traffic. Now wired and scored! Kelly Logan is able to get that through the traffic to make it 8-1. So many bodies in front, so much going on there. And Logan will have his 4th goal of the season.
Logan, assist number 24, Teddy Matrano. Time of the goal, 6:30, third period.
Teddy Matrano will get the lone assist. It's his 2nd assist of the night. And a shot from Liam Glue turned aside by Mallet. As I mentioned earlier, no idea if Liam Glue is actually shooting to get to 100 points in his career before his time expires with the Littleton-Bromfield Tigers. But I imagine he's sure going to try to see if he can, however he can, try to get as many points as he can out of this contest. He's only got 2 out of it. A goal and an assist. It's Gavin Whirling in front, handed with the shot save by Mallet. Shots now 47-10 in favor of Littleton-Bromfield. 7-10 and counting. The Tigers lead 8-1. 3 goals in this 3rd period on 12 shots. Draw 1 by the Tigers. Controlled by Pittarino around the boards for Huber. Archer in the left corner for Lefebvre. Now across for Picos. Picos holds his shot, deflects over the net. Ablaza trying to get it out of the zone, but held in. Huber slams it around the boards. Out of the reach of Joseph. As the Bulldog gets shoved in the boards in GNA. Monty Tech-Fitchburg finally gets control at the blue line. Stretch it up for GNA. Has trouble holding on to the puck there. He gets tied up there with Picos. Out to the left point. There's a blast that goes wide and around the boards. Pittarino, who had goal number 5 in this contest, will lead the 2-on-1. Pittarino gonna think about the wraparound, try to center for a one-timer. Doesn't find Huber or Archer. Pass deflects up in the air into the left wing corner. Ablaza wears the hit. Is that set in front? One-timer by Archer and a great save by Mallet. They will get himself in position and make the stop. Bulldogs able to spit it out of the zone down the ice, and it will go for icing. 5:25 and counting to go, and an 8-1 lead for Littleton-Bromfield. The Glue Twins had quite some success in the fall. They're soccer players and were a dominant force on the Bromfield soccer team, helping to lead the Trojans to a state title. Connor, in fact, had the winning goal in a 1-0 game against Rockland, and Jacob Dangle, who's been the first choice netminder this season for Littleton-Bromfield. Getting the night off tonight, but during the soccer season, he had made a tremendous number of stops and, well, But more accurately, it should be said that he made a tremendous number of clean sheets, 19 shutouts for Dangle this season. I want to say Bromfield only conceded something to the effect of about 6 goals across the entire year. And Dangle this year, 190 goals against, 886 save percentage. Draw goes to the left of Prue, won by the Tigers, but the Bulldogs get a hold of it. A shot by Daniels goes over the net. Now on the right side, players getting tied up, tangled together. Everyone trying to get back to their feet, but centered in front, some dangerous opportunities. Ultimately, no Bulldog able to really get their stick on a shot, and Jack Prue will cover that one up. He's got 10 saves tonight. I imagine he'll be thinking about the one he didn't stop. First time all season he'd conceded a goal. This is the 5th game he's played, and played the equivalent of, I think, 3 games or so coming into tonight. He played 2 periods in one game, and he played 1 period in another game. Potential numbers for the Bulldogs, and a shot and a kick save by Prue. Delayed penalty against the Tigers, and a trip to give Monty Tech-Fitchburg their 2nd power play of the night. Penalty going against William Tez. He's a freshman. We have a call up from the JV. That shot from the left side is off the line. Second shot hits the side of the net. Bulldogs scored on the power play in their one other opportunity. Whirling able to get a stick to dispossess, but Matt Daniels gets a hold of it. Leader sends it across, nothing there. A blast off the boards. Giannet trying to move it along. Set down the ice. Mallet will have that one ride the boards for Jackson Leader. Leader crunched into the boards. Stefanillo is able to get a hold of the puck and get it back to Leader in the corner. Push it back for Stefanillo. The 2 Fitchburg High players in the lineup tonight, Stefanillo and Leader. All the others from Monty Tech. 1:20 to go in the contest, 47 to go on the man advantage, 7-goal lead for Littleton-Bromfield. And the only meeting between these 2 teams this season. Giannet's shot goes off the stick of Matrano and into the netting.
1 minute, last minute of play, 3rd period.
We'll have a draw to the left of Jack Prue. Vinny Caraba to take the draw for the Bulldogs, loses it to his counterpart at number 5 in Jaden Bates. Tigers try to get it out of the zone. They'll be successful in doing that. Ethan Joseph passes it across for Trahan. Bates with a hit and 2 on Trahan to dispossess. 12 seconds to go on the man advantage. Caraba shakes off one man, but dispossessed nevertheless. Joseph around the boards to the right side. They stick down by the Tigers. Backhand opportunity goes behind the net as the penalty is up to Utez, and the time will run down and run itself out. And Littleton-Bromfield will take an 8-1 win after one more shot on Ryder Mallet. Dominating win for Littleton-Bromfield, as the numbers would tell you coming in, kind of what we expected. With the Tigers out shooting the Bulldogs 49-12 in this contest. Some grittiness as the game went on. And obviously the goals came in bunches for Littleton-Bromfield. A span of 5 minutes where they found the net 4 times in the first, and a span of 3 minutes and 59 seconds in the third where they got 3 more goals. Ryder Mallett, in what I believe is his first varsity start, played admirably, 41 saves and some particularly good ones as well. But obviously for Monty Tech-Fitchburg, Littleton-Bromfield, number 3 in Division 4 in all of Massachusetts. A good win for them. Their rating is going to go down though because Monty Tech-Fitchburg has that much of a gap behind. So for Littleton-Bromfield, the goal was they had to win by at least 3 goals, and they did that. And they'll take a nice, healthy 7-goal victory, and they'll improve to 12-1 on the season. Monty Tech-Fitchburg falls to 2-11. And the next time these teams are back in action, it'll be on Saturday in the same venue right here in Fitchburg for Littleton-Bromfield. They will be taking on Lunenburg-Ayer Shirley at 2 o'clock. That's part of Hockey Day in the Burg here. And our coverage will start after that game at 5 o'clock with Fitchburg State taking on Riviere. And then we'll have the nightcap, which will be the next game for Monty Tech-Fitchburg, as they will take on the Bernardians of St. Bernard's. Pre-game scheduled for 7:10 on that one. So for Monty Tech-Fitchburg, their week with the biggest challenging opponents will continue with the number 9 team in Division 4 in St. Bernard's. Another tough test for them on Saturday. And for Littleton-Bromfield, a game against Lunenburg-Ayer Shirley in which both teams come into tonight undefeated in Midwatch C play. 6-0 are the Tigers and 4-0 are the Blue Knights of Lunenburg-Ayer Shirley. So that'll be a very interesting matchup as well. Hopefully you'll come out to the Civic Center on Saturday to take in any of the number of events for Hockey Day in the Burg. It all goes to support a good cause, to support Jake Tebow and his rehabilitation. But we look forward to bringing you the 2 games that we'll have with Fitchburg State and Riviere, and with St. Bernard's and Monty Tech-Fitchburg in that Battle of Fitchburg. And we'll hope you'll join us then. Till then, the final score for the final time here, the Monty Tech Bulldogs 1 and the Littleton-Bromfield Tigers 8. For Travis Falk on camera, I'm Daniel Volak saying thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you next time. Till then, so long from Fitchburg.